Set in New York in the 1940s, Arthur Miller's two-act play, Death of a Salesman, covers a 24-hour period with a Requiem set several days later. In the introduction, Willy Loman comes home early from the road for lack of sales. He nearly crashed the car several times. Mental confusion is a new norm for Willy. Willy's adult sons, Biff and Happy, are home. Biff has just returned from the West, unsettled and unsure of his career path. Willy slides back and forth between present reality and flashbacks. His mind takes him back to moments of optimism and hope about the future. But Willy is also haunted by his infidelity. He also flashes back to his brother, Ben, now dead, who traveled to Africa and became rich as a young man. Ben's success is a nagging reminder of Willy's own failures. As part of the rising action, Linda explains Willy's deterioration to her sons, including the fact that he lost his salary and is secretly borrowing money from Charlie. Linda also tells them he tried to kill himself in the car, and she shows them a rubber tube she found in the basement, which suggests Willy might asphyxiate himself. She pleads with her sons to reestablish their relationships with their father. A family talk about Biff's future becomes a pie-in-the-sky plan to seek out an old employer for financial backing to start a sporting goods store with Happy. At the end of Act 1, Willy decides to ask his boss for a salaried position in New York. The next day, both Willy's and Biff's meetings go poorly. Bill Oliver refuses to see Biff, and Willy's boss fires him for lack of sales. When Happy, Biff, and Willy meet that night to celebrate, nobody feels successful. Biff and Willy argue, and the sons leave Willy in the restaurant, overwhelmed by memories of Biff's discovery of his affair. The play's climax makes clear that Biff's disillusionment stems from the shock of his father's lies and infidelity. Back at home, Willy's confusion continues as he plants seeds in the backyard. In the falling action, Willy has a delusional conversation with his dead brother, who reminds him about his $20,000 life insurance policy. Willy and Biff have a final confrontation, and Biff, in tears, says he's leaving the family for good. Moved by his son's emotion, and in the thick of his hallucinatory conversation with Ben, Willy decides to carry out his plan. After everyone else has gone to bed, Willy leaves the house and speeds away in the car. Act 2 ends with the family gathered around a grave. In the Requiem, the Loman family and Charlie reflect on Willy's life. Biff recognizes that his father had the wrong dreams. Happy remains unchanged and committed to Willy's dream to be #1 man. In the resolution, a grieving Linda wonders why Willy did it. She tells him she paid off the house, and they're free and clear of debt.